Right now, we are waiting on President Joe Biden to arrive at Joint Base Andrews. It comes after Biden announced he is actually postponing Thursday's trip to Germany and Angola to monitor Hurricane Milton. He also talked about the federal government's response. Watch from just moments ago.
As you know, I put out a statement this morning. I'm canceling my trip to Germany and to Africa. We're going to try to work those out later, but I just don't think I can be out of the country at this time, number one. And number two, we're going to stay focused on what's ahead of us right now. I've been briefed by senior leaders of this administration and who are driving our preparedness for Hurricane Milton, which could be one of the worst storms in 100 years to hit Florida, and continued efforts on Hurricane Helene. I've directed this team to do everything it can to save lives and our communities, help our communities before, during, and after these extreme weather events, and that's being done. That's being done. I've spoken to all the political leaders in the region, some of them more than once, and I've told them anything they ask for they can get. We've given, and we've gotten overwhelming response, positive response from everyone from the governors of Florida up to North Carolina. And mayors, leaders, local have expressed their sincere gratitude for the work of FEMA and for the work of my entire administration. Now, I've also surged thousands of federal personnel on the ground across the southeast already and deliver every available resource as fast as possible. And my priority is to increase the size and presence of our effort. And as we prepare for another catastrophic storm about to make landfall, you know, I've been in constant contact with our director of the National Weather Service, Ken Graham, who's kept me informed the last several days of what to anticipate. You never know until it happens, but he's very, very engaged. He made clear to me just how dangerous this storm is, indicating that winds had reached up to 180 miles an hour. 180, that's not guaranteed it's going to hit the shore at 180 miles, but they've reached up to 180 miles an hour. And a possible storm surge as it hits the coast of Florida of 15 feet, which can be devastating. The current path of the storm is expected to Tampa Bay area and cut directly across the state, east to west, all the way across the state, with the potential for this storm to both enter Florida as a hurricane and leave Florida as a hurricane on the Atlantic coast. This could be the worst storm to hit Florida in over a century. And God willing, it won't be, but that's what it's looking like right now. Immediately
the worst storm to hit Florida in more than a century. President Biden just moments ago talking to reporters, just reiterating that the people who live in Florida have the full support of the federal government with not only preparing for Hurricane Milton, but also the recovery efforts. Remember, a lot of these residents who are evacuating are just coming back to their homes after evacuating from Hurricane Helene. We're going to stay on top of it. Plus, with back-to-back hurricanes, Florida is needing to prepare as fast as they can. The state ordered mass evacuations in Madeira Beach here. Debris is still piled up on the sidewalks. Look at that. This is all from Helene. People are also boarding up their homes and businesses and loading up on sandbags. And you might be wondering how this approaching storm is already impacting travel. Here's how CBS News Boston covered that earlier today.
Hurricane Milton is also impacting air travel. Here in Boston, we have seen people escaping the hurricane while others are heading to Florida to secure their property. Our coverage continues with WBZ's Penny Commit, who's at Logan Airport this morning.
Two totally different types of mindsets in Logan Airport this morning. There's the people that are desperate to get to Florida, and then the people that are desperate to escape Florida. Well, people that are trying to head to Florida, I don't have the best news. Here in Terminal C, we're already seeing several flight cancellations. This is the JetBlue terminal, obviously, and it's typically to cities like Tampa, or you can even see up to Fort Myers here. That's going to be the same story all across the airport in every single terminal. I will say today, almost every flight out of Logan heading to Tampa has been canceled, and then several, again, to cities like Fort Myers, Sarasota, and Orlando. Orlando. So a real sense of anxiety in the airport today, but other flights to Florida cities like Miami and Jacksonville, those are still on track. They may see some delays, but they have been taking off today. We spoke with several Florida-bound passengers this morning who say they're heading home to hunker down and they're thinking about their loved ones who live directly in the storm's path.
I have friends that live up towards Clearwater, and they were flooded out 4 feet with water in their house, and it's now demolished, and now they're living in a hotel awaiting this next storm. So it's going to be devastating for a lot of people.
For Miami, I don't see it as an issue. For Sarasota, Tampa, different story. I got friends in the area, they're a little concerned.
If you're also someone that is heading to Florida, the good news at least is that most of these airlines are offering free flight change vouchers. So you should be able to make it down there eventually, but it's likely not going to be until later in the week. In Logan, I'm Penny Commit, WBZ News.
So let's get an update of where this storm is at and where it's heading. As we head into the coming days, we know it's going to impact the Tampa Bay area at around a Category 3, but it's still at max sustained winds of 150 miles per hour. It takes 157 mile per hour winds to get that back to a Category 5. So it's at a Category 4. It's 80 miles just north of the Yucatan Peninsula, moving slowly but surely to the northeast around 9 miles per hour, where it's going to impact Florida as we head into those overnight hours for Wednesday heading into Thursday. So joining us to talk more about the hurricane news is CBS News meteorologist Rob Marciano. Hello, Rob. Are there any comparisons between Hurricane Milton and Hurricane Helene?
Well, this one's stronger, and unfortunately, Jessica, it looks like it wants to come directly to Tampa. As you know, the latest forecast exact track brings it just south of Tampa, and that would be a saving grace for this area because that would prevent all this water behind me from piling up and being pushed into a major metropolitan area. But it does not bode well for folks to the south. And also, as you know, I mean, that margin of error this far out is about 50 miles. So, and all we need is it to go 10 miles in either direction, and that means the world of difference here. So that path is critical, and people are very, very wary here in the Tampa area.
You're completely right. And now another thing I want to ask too, you're out there right now with boots on the ground. What does it feel like? What are you seeing with the community members over there?
I've seen more things and more homes boarded up than I've ever seen in the preparation here in Tampa, and we've been down here a number of times over the past 2 decades in fear of the storm coming in. And this is the one where residents and emergency managers are feeling like this could be the one that they have feared for, and they are prepping like it. And we just had Helene 2 weeks ago, so you had people that were going through Helene, got flooded, had to live through that storm surge, and everyone that we've talked to has said they are moving or leaving for this one. They're not riding this one out, so they're taking it seriously.
Absolutely, and you know it's serious when the National Weather Service there says that this is going to be the strongest storm in over a century that will impact Tampa Bay. Thank you so much, Rob. Liz?
Justin, Rob, thank you. In St. Petersburg, part of the preparations include a 10,000-person base camp now set up at Tropicana Field. That's the home of the Rays. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis said it's to support operations and first responders. CBS News correspondent Nicole Valdez is in Fort Myers, Florida for us with more on the preparations there. Nicole, thank you so much for being with us. Help us wrap our heads around this. Less than 2 weeks ago, Hurricane Helene made deadly moves over Florida. Are we expecting something similar in just the coming days?
Yeah, hey Liz, I think a lot of people here in downtown Fort Myers are bracing for the worst. You mentioned Hurricane Helene less than 2 weeks ago. Downtown Fort Myers saw several inches of water with that storm, and this time around they fear they could see a lot more. It's why you've got businesses like this that have not only boarded up, put as many sandbags as they could pile on top of each other, but they've actually, some of them, used spray foam that's now sort of hardened here to fill in as many gaps as possible to try to keep that water out. That storm surge is still one of the biggest threats to the Southwest Florida area here. Of course, Hurricane Ian was one of the most devastating storms here. 15 feet of storm surge with that storm 2 years ago, and this community still trying to rebuild from that. So preparing for Hurricane Milton has been something that so many are taking seriously. They've evacuated areas like this one along the water, as well as, of course, the beaches, the islands. This is just really a serious situation, and thankfully, we've seen a lot of people evacuate at this point.
Yeah, and you know, Florida, no stranger to hurricanes, but with back-to-back storms of this magnitude, are you seeing folks there prepare any differently? I mean, I thought it was interesting how they're actually trying to seal up the boards along the windows just to try to prevent any water from coming through. Anything else that they're doing differently this time around?
I think what we've noticed from a lot of people is they are using those past storms as that lesson, as that sort of standard of what to do this time around, whether that's get as many sandbags as you can, whether that is evacuate, or truthfully just recognizing and taking those warnings as seriously as possible. You know, I've talked to a lot of people who stuck around for those last storms, and they've told me they're not doing that this time around. In fact, of course, of the emergency responders that are ready and preparing for this storm, the sheriff's office here essentially begging people to listen if they're in that mandatory evacuation zone. The sheriff telling me, unfortunately, once winds get up to 45 miles per hour, they take their deputies off the street. So if somebody who stayed behind calls 911, there's not help that's going to come until the storm passes.
And that storm expected to hit as soon as tomorrow. Nicole Valdez, thank you so much.